Hey y'all, I'm sitting here and I got comfortable. I'm working on some things and I'm looking at TV. When I watch TV, my mind starts to working, right? And I'm watching television and I look and I see how some people are really struggling with a lot of grief, with a lot of stresses, with a lot of strains. And it becomes too much at times. And sometimes we have to do our due diligence to check on ourselves. We check on everybody else and see how they're feeling, how they're doing, and we make sure everybody's okay. But what we fail to do is check on ourselves. And sometimes checking on yourself means for you to stop. Whatever moment it is, you stop and take some time and say, well, like I'm going to say, Renee, how are you feeling today? How did your day go? What it has weighed us down. Sometimes you got to ask yourself them questions in order for you to continue on your healing journey. It does not make you crazy. It does not make you cuckoo, but it does make you aware that you are having problems with coping with some things. And sometimes in checking with ourselves, we find that we have suppressed a lot of things. We find that we have ignored a lot of things, and we also find out that we have not addressed a lot of things. So there is nothing wrong with you checking in on yourself. You have to do a temperature check every now and then. You can't wait for nobody else to check your temperature. Check your own temperature. Check your own pulse. See if your heart is beating too fast and you need to slow it down. So if it's beating too fast, you might be overexerting yourself, right? You might be taking on more than you should. So we go to the doctors and get checked up and we call our friends and check up on them. But we never take the time to check up on ourselves. And sometimes you just got to do a self check and say, are you okay today? And if you're not, that's okay too, because every day, like I always say, it's not going to be a good day. But make sure that you just check on yourself, right? Do that for you. It'll help in your healing process. It'll help with you relieving a lot of things, a lot of pressures in your life. It will help with freeing up your mind. It will help to slow your heart rate down. It will help put your pulse rate down. It will help to put you in a calm, peaceful place that you need to be. So check on yourself. Don't wait for nobody else to check in. Check in with you. Check in with you. And when I say check in with you, sometimes I stand in the mirror and I say, girl, how you doing today? You looking well, but how are you really doing? Ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. We have to be intentional with supporting us. We can't wait for nobody else to support us. We can't wait for nobody to pour into us. So we have to do our due diligence to pour into ourselves and check on ourselves, right? It's all about healing. It's all about growing. It's all about renewing. It's all about restoration. And it's all about getting back to the best part of you. And sometimes we have lost that best part in family, friends, and relationships, right? And so we want to do our best to make sure we find us again and check on ourselves. All right? Let's start today. Check on yourself. Ask yourself them questions. You'll be amazed that it will help you to look at some things. When you talk to yourself, ain't nothing wrong, just long you don't answer yourself. But talking to yourself is fine. Sometimes that's what it takes for you to check on yourself. Just ask yourself some questions. How did it feel when they walked out the door? What are we going to do from here? And then you have to reaffirm, say, we're going to be okay. That's checking in on you. Or you can get up and say, well, today was not a good day. I don't feel like being bothered with people. So I'm going to take this day to be by myself, right? Or I'm going to take this day to digest or dissect what I've been dealing with and put things in its proper perspective place so I can move forward with my life. I don't want this to consume me. I don't want this to take up my energy. I don't want this to put me in a bad headspace. So that's checking in on yourself. Like we do self-examinations for our body parts, we can do self-examination with checking up on us mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and even physically. You will be amazed what a self-check will do for you. So try it today. All right? Do that.